Hi, what's up people, Mr. Highway here. Today I continue in my video series on O-Level 2020 A-Maths Paper 2. In the previous video, I went through question 1, I made some mistakes, so I'm going to put the link here. If you want to check it out, please do so. So here we start off with question 2. It's a very standard question, solve the pair of simultaneous equations. So y is already made the subject, so we just have to equate the two equations, equation 1 equals equation 2. And bring everything to one side, factorize, solve. It's pretty standard. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything one by one. If you need to learn about simultaneous equations, do I have a video? Maybe soon I'll post one, okay? So I got x is 9 over 2 and x equals to negative 3. Then we sub x into equation 2. Y would be equals to 3 times 9 over 2 plus 20, so we get 33.5. Or we get y equals to 11. So x equals to 9 over 2 and y equals to 33.5, or x equals to negative 3, y equals to 11. Yeah, so I arranged them in pairs and answered them properly. That took me from 2:23 to 2:15, so that's 8 minutes. Really, I took that long. Okay. Okay, seems like it. It took me 8 minutes, but doesn't make sense. This one doesn't look like 8 minutes. Maybe my 2:23 wasn't accurate because 7 minutes is only for this first part, right? So I have this part as well. Okay, so this one probably 5 minutes can settle, right? Part B, find the greatest integer a for which ax squared plus 5x minus 2 is negative for all x. So you can see that this is a quadratic expression. If your quadratic expression is always negative, we let this equals to y, right? So your y value would be always negative. That means you have a set phase graph below the x-axis. Yeah, something like this, okay? And this is the y-intercept is negative 2. So, okay, first of all, a has to be negative because for you to have a set phase graph, the coefficient of x squared is less than 0. It's negative. And also, because there's no x-intercept, so the discriminant is negative. So discriminant b squared minus 4ac 25 is the b squared minus 4 times a times negative 2. So you have 25 plus 8a is less than 0. A is less than 3 and 1/8. A also has to be negative. So the common region would be this. So a has to be less than negative 25 over 8 or negative 3 and 1/8. But wait a minute, there's a catch here. Find the greatest value of the integer a. Greatest value of the integer a. So a is an integer, a cannot be negative 3 and 1/8, right? So I put here the greatest integer value of x is negative 4. Yeah, so it has to be to the left. Okay, it can't be to the right, it can't be negative 3. And that's it. 3 marks. Part C. Find the values of the constant c for which the line y equals to 4x plus c is a tangent to the curve y equals to x squared plus cx plus 21 over 4. So if this is equation 1, this is equation 2, I will solve simultaneously first. So 4x plus c is equals to x squared plus cx plus 21 over 4. We have this. Now, of course, if you can solve it to the end, we will get the value of x with which they intersect, right? But we also know that because the line is a tangent to the curve, so we can be sure that there's only one intersection point, and so the discriminant of this quadratic equation is equals to 0. Okay, the b squared minus 4ac is equals to 0. Okay, simplify. So I factorized it correctly and I got this wrong. So c is equals to positive 5 or negative 1. Okay, terrible. Could this have been avoided? Yes. Okay, later you'll see I spent 30 minutes on question 9. If I had not spent that kind of time on question 9, then I would have had time to check and then I will pick out the mistake. Moral of the story, always watch your time, don't allow yourself to get stuck with one question. And if you're aiming for A1, then you basically have to get everything done perfectly, almost, or at least almost perfect. Alright, so that's it for question 2. Leave your comments below. What do you do? What mistakes do you make? I would love to hear from you. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video for question 3.